here it is, the next 30k PR character. As you're seeing on screen, it is the Dracolyte. So yes, I will be putting the comments on screen for everyone who gets the Dracolyte right. Congratulations to everyone who gets the Dracolyte right. And yes, I did say which is going to be the next character in the 30k PR project on my Luxion video. So if you want to know which is going to be the next character, just go into my Luxion video and you can check it out. But if you don't want to go there, I'm just going to give you a hint right now. Yes, it is. It's nothing special. You probably already knew that. So yes, this is the current 30k PR character. The next character, it will be my last episode until I start getting requests. So after the 10th episode, from episode 11 to 16, it will be requests from you guys. So you guys will tell me which is the character that I will upgrade, and I will upgrade it, and I will tell you that I will do the next 30k PR project. Keep in mind that I only have like a limited amount of gem boosters, so it will take a little bit of a little more time for me to upgrade certain characters, because again, not only I don't have, like, I'm still missing 2 cosmic and power gems on 2 of my characters. I'm pretty low on gem boosters, so I really need the gem boosters in order to, upgrade gems past level 20. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. In this video and in the next video, I may sound tired. It's because I recently woke up like an hour ago, so I'm still like on my wake up voice. Oh yes. Anyways, let's get started. Hello and welcome to another JNMG video. I'm your host JonNario, and today it is another 30k PR video. This time it is the 30k PR Dracolyte. My Dracolyte is currently sitting at 30,033 power rank, and my stats are as follow. Current fun fact about this character. I did get a full set, well, almost a full set of perfect gems, because I wanted to use this character for Shadow Towers. So seeing that this character has like better gems than pretty much all of the other characters, my stats are going to be a little bit better. Anyways, my stats are 319,505 magic damage, 87 movement speed, that's the standard base movement speed without any stars and fully pearl, 49 jumps, I do believe I had jump on my face, 99.3% critical hit, that's pretty good, and 1,746.2 critical damage. So yes, I do have quite a bit of decent stats, and not to mention the light, 3,212 light. The reason I do not have a lot of light compared to the previous episode is because this character does not have a full set of Crystal 3, it's still missing his weapon, and my Empower Gem, I believe my Empower Gem doesn't have any rolls on light. But still, this character does work anyway, so yeah. Anyways, moving on to my gear, I have a set, well, almost a full set of Crystal 3. Hat and face is Crystal 3, critical damage movement speed, and my staff is a Crystal 2. Movement speed, critical damage, same reason as always. I'm using maximum health and jump. The reason I'm using jump is because I was re-rolling this one on the second stat re-roll, and I forgot to get like another stat, and like third stat or fourth stat, whatever you want to call it. So I sticked up with jump. So if I want to, I would like to use like something like magic damage, just to increase to over 320,000. But still, whatever. This character doesn't need it. Critical hit, I'm not at 100%, so critical hit is always useful. Prefect Penguin. Prefect Penguin is the preferred ally for any speed farming magic damage character. Since this is technically a speed farming character, this is actually very good. I'm using a stellar level 4 critical hit ring, magic damage, critical hit, not too bad. I'm using arcane and unyielding, the standard base, the standard equipment that I normally use on all of my characters. I use arcane even though this character doesn't need arcane, just because I want to delete certain bosses, especially 3 stars. I want to like one-shot them with like the bombs. and unyielding because it's a failsafe, and this character doesn't have the best survivability, and this does help this character a lot. I'm using Conjurer's Crucible Vial, reason as always, I have high magic find. I use Conjurer's Crucible Vial every single dungeon so I can regain my flask because of the magic find. And the Mounted Cavalry Knight subclass, same reason as always, Mounted Cavalry Knight subclass because of the extra flask and the extra movements, and this character really doesn't need any subclass to begin with. Also a little fun fact, if you're seeing on the top here I am red name, it's because I lost my purple name, believe it or not. I don't have purple name this week around. Just going to put like a little dot so you can see it. Oh, that is red name, oops. Anyways, I'm just going to move on with my gems. Empowered gems first. I do have a 2-1 magic. My class gem is 2-1 magic, and my empowered gem, my other empowered gem, it is also 2-1 magic. My lesser gems is 2-1 magic, 2-1 crit damage, 2-1 magic, 2-1 crit damage, 2-1 magic, and this one is the only one that I need to swap. I only got this one because I believe this was on my Ice Age, and I did give the perfect one that I had on this character to my Ice Age, and the one that I had on my Ice Age to this character. So I really need to get a new one, or just use a flare just to remove the critical hit, because I do have 2 magic, 1 crit hit, and I need to remove that crit hit. Anyways, my cosmic gems, I do have a 2 light 1 magic and 2 light 1 magic on both of my lesser cosmic gem, and my empowered gem is 3 crit damage. I could use something better right here, but to be honest, I don't have a lot of cosmic and power gems, and yeah, so this one is pretty much the best one that I got for this character. Like, again, as always, I wanted to use this character as the highest coefficient possible, so I decided to use this one over something like has a lot of light. And I'm using Berserk Battler. I know this is like a waste for this character in particular. It doesn't have the same effect as the Shadow Hunter, because the Shadow Hunter doesn't do as much DPS as this character. This character does insane DPS that doesn't need the light. But I do have Berserk Battler because I got way too many Berserk Battlers when I did my 500 Empowered Gem box opening. Like, I seriously got like 8 Berserk Battler. It's not even funny. And yeah, so those are my gems. This is my gear, and this is my Dracolyte. I will be going into Uber 10 in 3, 2, 1. And here I am in Uber 10. So this is the Dracolyte. It's going to be as short of an episode as, I will say, the Vanguardian. Why? Because this is one of the strongest characters out there. I'm just going to say that, similar to the Vanguardian, this character does not need light. It is one of the strongest characters out there, but the Vanguardian has an advantage over this character in certain ways. Number one is that the Vanguardian has a little bit better survivability due to Force Flash. That is one thing. The other thing it is that the Vanguardian is also a little bit faster than this character thanks to Force Flash. Third, this dungeon suck. Fourth, this character it doesn't have an instant cast ability like the Vanguardian. You have to throw down your bombs, and so you can, do all of your burst damage nonsense. This is one of the worst dungeons in my opinion. What I like to do is I like to blow up a hole right here and a hole right there, but I forgot that I was using the Dracolyte, so I pre-activated the Curse Skull. So enemies just get glitched out and they spawn at the top of the dungeon. And yeah, it's one of the worst things about this dungeon. This dungeon sucks in my opinion because of that. I'm just going to ignore it. Where is the hole? Oh yeah, never mind, so it restarted. Anyways, so the Vanguardian has an advantage over this character in many ways. And saying that the Vanguardian has more advantage, then the Vanguardian is better when it comes to dungeon grinding. But this character, it is amazing. It's still top tier when it comes to U10 because of the DPS only. It's not necessarily the fastest character It is one of the strongest character out there, but this character is not the best just because of the, you know, it's kind of slow when it comes to setting everything up. Unlike certain characters, well, this 5 stars completed. Unlike certain characters you can just go into a dungeon, use an instant cast ability and destroy everything and just get out. This character, you have to go into a dungeon, throw all your bombs, detonate them, wait until the well, chip away the boss's health, and that's when you go into the next dungeon. So this character is like a setup character. It's not designed to be like a really good dungeon grinding character. It is an amazing Shadow Tower character, probably the best solo Shadow Tower character out there. I will say around the same as the... It is high up there with Gunslinger and Revenant, because Revenant has the insane lifesteal and Gunslinger has the really high DPS and insane survivability. But I will say this character is better than the Gunslinger when it comes to solo grinding, especially certain bosses. Well, everything besides Hydra. Hydra, I will say, still say that the Gunslinger is better than this one. But for every other boss, this character is better than the Gunslinger, especially for solo play. The Gunslinger is amazing, but the Gunslinger needs a lot of buff to maintain this a little bit better DPS than this character. Otherwise, if the Gunslinger doesn't have any buff, the Gunslinger will deal less DPS than this character, believe it or not. Even with Berserk Battler, no lunacy mode. And if you go with lunacy mode, well, no, not lunacy mode, but Berserk Battler and the Gunslinger, you will not do this around the same DPS. Well, you will do similar DPS to this character. And this character is a beauty of when it comes to DPS. It's so stupidly powerful. It's kind of ridiculous how ridiculously powerful this character actually is. Like, look at that. That is 30k PR against a 3-star boss. You pretty much saw that boss just dead. Just say the boss, detonate every single thing, and you will kill everything around you. And seeing that this character kills everything around you is like... It has amazing crowd control. It's one of the best things about this character. The crowd control is just ridiculous. And seeing that it has high DPS is actually really nice. But the survivability is not the best with this character because it doesn't have any lifesteal. It doesn't have any stun. It has the minions that take aggro. But that's about it. If you throw bombs before the boss targets the minion, the boss will target you instead of the minion. So you have to throw the bombs when the boss is attacking you, so the minions can take the aggro. Otherwise, it won't take the aggro. Same goes with Cursed Skulls. You have to reset your bombs every single wave of enemies because enemies will start targeting you. But once you spawn a minion, that's when the enemies will target the minion instead of you. And this character has an insane crowd control just because of that. But the survivability is not great compared to the other characters like the Vanguardian previously mentioned that has a damage reduction. The Knight, which has a pretty much a perma stun effect. All the range character, because even though this is a staff using character, is more towards a close range character. Most of the range characters can kill a lot of mobs without even taking any damage. So this is like any other close range character without any stun, but the DPS is just ridiculous. It's like the Revenant without the lifesteal, if you put it something like that, but more DPS. But anyways, I don't have anything else to say about this character. If you want to use this character, always you can use it without light. You can use it with high coefficient if you want because of the high DPS. You don't need to have like the best survivability with this character. You can use Vampirian Vanquisher if you want. It's much more necessary with this character than pretty much any other character because this character doesn't benefit from Berserk Battler like some of the other characters because again, high DPS. And this character is it's a high DPS monster that is not the best. I said fast and best at the same time. It just said fast. Okay, it's not the best, not the fastest when it comes to everything else, but it's still one of the best in terms of DPS and fastest in terms of kill time. But it is not the best nor the fastest when it comes to setting everything up and movement speed and completing. It's not the fastest in completing dungeons because you have to set everything up. and it's also not the fastest moving character out there. It still has the standard base movement suite, but it's not the fastest when it comes to movement suite character. You can technically say that this character is amazing when it comes to lava because of the passive ability, but other than that, it's just a standard base movement suite character. So I don't have anything else to say about this character. It is a top tier DPS class. It is one of the strongest DPS type characters. It is not the fastest when it comes to everything else. In order to do well with this character, you don't need any stats to begin with. If you want, you can use energy regen on something like Ring and at least throw 2 or 3 bombs before like starting the battle. Like if you see a boss, just throw 2 bombs, detonate them, and let the minions and everything else. So let's take this boss for example. If I see it, just throw 2 bombs, destroy all the minions, let the minion take aggro, and then just move on. And that's how you pretty much how you use the Dracolyte. I didn't mention like the fire blast that the minion does. So the fire blast is just an extra DPS. You can just use it, just keep pressing like the fire blast ability, and you will like do some extra DPS. Does help out a little bit, but when it comes to endgame Dracolyte, it doesn't help that much because you're already dealing so much damage with every other ability that it really doesn't even matter. And yeah, so everything else is like already said. It's one of the best characters out there. Not top tier, but it's still one of the best beginning classes in the entire game. Anyways, that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around as always. If you have a Dracolyte, let me know which power rank are you, and what do you think of the Dracolyte. Leave a like if you want to help the channel grow, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and that is all for today. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting. I will record the 10th episode after this episode is already like set and done with like the recording. So look forward to that one as well. See ya.